Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Okay, next one is our IWB, this one. Our IWB is a full HD multi-touch interactive whiteboard. So it has a shadow sense touch technology that delivers unprecedented accuracy for finger or touch pen writing. So this one, you can use your finger for your pen for you to write. And it allows users to interact with on-screen images or documents using multiple fingers at the same time. So 4 fingers you can use at the same time. So it also has embedded stereo speakers and built-in microphone for video collaboration, in which we will demonstrate, and remote connection license that enables users in different locations to collaborate in real time. So this is our 65-inch full HD interactive whiteboard. Okay. So I have here Jester to help me demonstrate our IWB.
We can write, we can display, and we can share. First of all, sa writing, yun nga, as what Ms. Hannah said, you can use your fingers, 4 fingers simultaneously to write on the IWB. Then this IWB has a optical character recognition. So ang ginagawa ng optical character recognition, yung handwritten words, it changes to a digital word.
Dapat capital letter.
Dapat ko patay doon sa line nyo man.
Ayun. Nice.
So in terms of, for example, you want to have a copy of this one, kasi syempre meron tayong mga users na parang pinarahit ng manok yung sulat. Hindi naman po sa ano dyan. May convert niya. So magiging readable siya for other people. So next natin, we also have a preset na mga lines for architecture and engineering purposes. So for example, yun nga, like what we said earlier, kung gusto niya mas malinaw yung pagkakita doon sa images, pwede niyo gamitin yung mga lines na tulad dito para hindi siya mahirap gamitin. So next natin for the display, in terms of the connection, we are still using here the conventional connection in the projector, like VGA, HDMI, and DisplayPort. But this one has a network capability, both wired and wireless. So for example, ang isang location doesn't have sufficient wired connection, you can use your wireless instead. Then in terms of that, to show you yung ginagamit natin kanina, so ito yung laptop na ginagamit namin kanina to display the SOP. So VGA ang ginagamit na ngayon. Ang maganda dito, for example, you're presenting or you're doing something and you want to write something here. You want to write something here, you can save it. Para if ever na meron kang gustong balikan, for example, meron diniscuss yung presenter across doon sa hinay-write mo, pwede mo siyang balikan. Like, for example, ito yung inano ko. So yung collaboration with the presenter and the presenting is nandun. Then next natin is in terms of sharing naman. In terms of sharing, we have here the capability to print yung mga presentation mo. So in terms of printing, both black and white and color, Ricoh MP, pwede siyang gamitin. So ito siya. Then to add up, hindi lang basta Ricoh printer ang pwede natin gamitin. We can also use our wide format, yung mga pang engineering platters. And we have also a gel jet printer for this. So test. So that's one of the sharing.
So yung meeting nyo, wala na makakapagsabi, ay hindi ko alam pinag-usapan. Print or email actually.
Yes, sir.
Later choose.
So next of the sharing features is the email. So we can send direct to your email. So for example, wala kayong printer ni Ricoh, but we have configured your IWB to your email server. We can direct email it to your emails. So this one. So right now we're using Miss Hannah's email address. So once na sinend mo siya, automatic magbabago siya sa So for the information, yung email na pwede natin ilagay dito is for corporate emails na. Hindi pa siya pwede doon sa mga personal or commercialized email. But doon sa like Gmail, yung mga Gmail na corporate base pwede siya. Sorry, nagpart kami ng IP. So next naman natin, for the sharing, we can also save it dun sa flash drives naman, or memory stick. So, sabihin natin, for example, wala kang printer para i-print, wala kang email para i-send. You can still use your flash drives para ma-retrieve or makuha niyo yung files niya. So, there's no way na pwede mong sabihin dun sa meeting na you don't have a copy of what you do or what you meet last time. Kasi we have the three sharing capabilities here. So, I have here my USB. Then you can save it there. So, lahat na dinidiscuss ko ngayon is palabas. Kumbaga, papunta dun sa users. What if naman kung gusto natin ilagay sa loob ng IWB? So, we have here the import file, or import file, na nasa flash drive naman din. So, for example, I have my flash drive here, and I have a file. Pwede natin siyang ilagay doon sa loob ng IWB. So, for example, we have last week, and this is the plan that we use. So, this is our initial plan, for example. Then, for example, yung user mo is nandun sa ibang department o nasa ibang lugar. That having the same device, pwede natin gawin yung communication, the remote connection. So, this one. So, itong isang ito is nandun sa loob ng office namin. So, pwede natin siya, once na nagsulat ka dito, magre-reflect yun dun sa kabilang IWB. And yung user naman sa kabila, pag nagsulat siya, magre-reflect dito. So, with this one, yung collaboration nyo, hindi lang kayo nag-stay dun sa isang location na lang. Kumbaga, pwede kayong lumabas or masyadong wide na yung array of communication.
So may nag-write na sa kabila, saying okay.
Now, syempre, kung nagsusulat ka dito, kailangan makita mo yung kausap mo. So we have here the communication system, Ricoh Unified Communication System. So ito yung kausap namin doon sa kabila. So ito yung pinipresent natin. As for now, we don't have the optional camera na nakalagay. But if we put the camera, makikita niya kayo dito.
They have a camera.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's part of the system.
Yung camera itself, yung model ng camera, sir, meron kaming model ng camera. Pero as for now, optional pa siya.
Currently, sir, yung ginagamit ng kabila is the Unified Communication System. It has chat. For IWB, we have a separate optional camera. Actually, hindi medyo nila umabot shipment we can put it in, it will serve as a webcam. So, para makita rin tayo na.
So yung dinidiscuss ko naman, yun is an appliance or a device. This one is an application.
Yes.
So yung application po, naka-expect na siya sa loob ni interactive whiteboard.
So right now, we're seeing that she's writing, she put a circle. So at real time, you can collaborate, discuss one exact image and do your comments. Do your markings without, alam mo yun, meaning person. So kahit nasa location, you can view kung sino yung kausap mo, and then we can write at the same time.
You can change the angle.
Sir?
Angle.
Actually, sir, here po kasi, in terms of dun sa mga image na pinapasok mo dito, for example, yun nga galing sa flash drive, kung ano yung pinasok mo rin na siya, you need, actually, sir, in terms of the camera naman, 170 degrees yung zooming niya for the Ricoh camera. Pero for example, you use third-party cameras na nabibigyan sa labas, kung ano yung degrees mo, yun din ang makukuha mo sa. So, ganun. Now, one of the conference system then na meron si IWB is the Skype for Business Conferencing. So this one, we partner with Skype para doon naman sa mga users na meron ng existing communication system like Skype for Business. So ibig sabihin nun, you don't need to buy specific device for Ricoh. Kung sabihin na kasi, di ba yung iba, sabihin natin, baka kailangan pa namin ito to make this work. No, we make the device compatible to other system. So yun po siya. Then, next natin, we also can use some selected templates.
We're having a meeting again, so it has a template, agenda, you can write press event, and writing. And then, if you have notes, of course, diba, you can send it right away, print or email directly to you. So we have different templates already built in for you to choose from.
So, question, kung pwede tayong magdagdag ng templates depende dun sa needs ng client or ng needs ng company. So, if you just ask Ricoh if you have a specific template na gusto nyo padagdag, then we will add it for you. So, I think.
Thank you very much, Jester. So, there you have it. That's our interactive whiteboard from Ricoh, of course. We're using 65-inch. And it's available from 55, for 65, 74, and 84 inches. Okay? It has a stand, of course, controller, the pen, and everything. If you don't need the stand, you can put it on the wall using bracket. Okay. If you remember, Sir Eric mentioned